Usually about 20 bucks a pair. And you don't have to have those to print. You can just lay the screen on there and print. However, when you're dealing with this kind of material, kind of wet on wet, you don't always get a very opaque print your first pull. Okay? So and once you lift that screen up, if you don't have a way to register it or keep it in place, it's hard to line it back up. So basically what this does is it allows us to line it up. A board and a slab. It's easier to move your slab around on a board. If you try to just put the slab straight on the hinge board without a board underneath it, then you can break your slab, that sort of thing. The hinge clamps have a little bit of space to them as well. So when you print, technically you want about your pencil's width, or an eighth of an inch, between the surface that you're printing on and the screen. That allows the screen to pop up. And this one you can see is pretty good. It's pretty nice. That's why I wanted to use my boards, because they're sized for these hinge boards. However, this one has a bigger depth, or a deeper depth, thicker depth. So you can print a thicker slab on here. And if I was using that and I wanted to print a thin slab, I would just stack boards underneath. I'm going to do a powder. And I determined that through some testing. Because what happens if you add too much of this, it starts to mold and gets really stinky. So this seems to be about the right ratio. You might get some mold or something if it sits for a long time, but it doesn't really get stinky. And I will sometimes use liquid wallpaper paste as well. But I find the corn syrup to be better. It's stickier. The corn syrup's just stickier, a little more viscous. So we're going to make that.
What was that ratio again?
8 ounces per 1,000 grams. And dry. And you know, this isn't like super science, so give or take. You know, don't feel like it has to be right on the numbers here. If you only have 800 grams of dry, you still use 8 ounces. Kind of runny, but kind of thick. Not watery. If it's watery, no good. If it's real thick, funky, no good. There's an in-between stage here. Okay. See how that runs off?
So pretty much like acrylic printing.
Exactly. Yeah, use that as your guide. Use that as your guide. And that's what I used as my guide.
Would you print about 20 ounces?